So looking at these pairs, you can see that we're certainly having a fairly risk-off week. This pair has already moved. We just reduced that. This pair has already moved about 100, 200 pips in the span of 24 hours. This is of course because of the Delta variant, but partly technically too. Last week provided us with some great shorts, as you can see, the three-pin pattern, shooting star, shooting star, shooting star, and then the fall. This was eventually inevitable. This was everyone stacking up their orders, picking up the money from these levels. One, two, the collapse. I was wonderful to see. 151 was smashed with a daily level of 149.5 hit as well. The Delta variant fundamentally, this does not look like you can get a little of a pullback or like here. We'll see how that plays out. On gold, or this short fulfilled nicely, as you can see. On the weekly, it was fairly indecisive, but it was short towards the end of the week. After this three-pin pattern, it came back into this consolidation here, which is big for me. Just looking at it now, it did fulfill the take profit. As you can see, that's a nice head and shoulders pattern, or three drives into the high, if you will, that fulfilled that take profit of 1800. So back into 1800 again. I think that 1800 is going to be key for us this week. Take note of this level for profit taking and to take orders long back up. Due to the Delta variant, now we are seeing gold on the rise. So could we see a pushback into 1830? That's entirely plausible. This week, I will be looking for gold longs as far as the fundamentals stay the same way. The Delta variant keeps striking fears in investors and causing them to drop long-term investments on the yield. As you can see here, this is the lowest the US yield has been in quite some time. Even the fears of the Fed not tightening the monetary policy thing pushes us down as this. Of course, it's been a steady decline, but fundamentally, and technically after seeing this, I'm looking for gold long term to at least bring us back into 1900. This was a nice retest here. See how this daily closes? And potentially I might take a trade on this today. See how that will play out. GU, same story as GJ for me. Smoking into the highs. Nothing much really to talk about there. Just that this pair is highly extended, as you can see. I thought we might see 1.42 based on this, but nope. We have broke 1.42 held bay, and we've breached 1.37, which was the support we found after the uproar at the start of the year. So maybe now we might come back into these levels. But before that, I would like to see a retest of 1.375 or 1.37 at best. Go into the 4 hour. You can see we had a nice retest into it. I would like to see some of that come back in and slam that higher. But as you can see right now, we are heading higher, lower of course right now because of the dollar firm narrative. dollar is back in 93, which is highly important. Had a nice retest of 92.7. Now we are back above that. And that is it for me. So on these pairs, I will be watching closely for any slight positive news to see what can make us what can make us head higher again. We need that positive news from these pairs to push us higher, and then maybe get a nice shorter into equal lows, of course. On gold, I'm already going to be looking for a long on this back into 1830. Well, maybe to 1823 would be a place to watch, but 1830 for me. So, like I said, fundamentally, there really isn't any big news. It is all about the Delta variant and how investors are taking note of that. The CPI for JPY did come out yesterday, and it was fairly impressive. It's really nothing too important fundamentally this week. We have a bunch of PMIs coming out. That'll give us nice direction of where the economy is heading, but keep all eyes on the Delta variant.